Hello, how's it going? Does anybody remember when I used to make YouTube videos? Me neither. I have a lot of time on my hands. I've been doing a lot of nothing, much like the rest of the world, so I thought that it might be fun to do a get ready to do nothing, so that way I can feel a little bit more productive, because even though the world has kind of shut down, I still have to be working on a project. I don't have a job that I can do from home, but I'm actually still a student. Will likely be graduating on Skype. So I'm just gonna do my makeup on the internet and just, you know, have a little chat with myself, which is something that I've been doing a lot lately, but not on camera. I have my little mirror here. I'm gonna put it precariously on a pillow and just show the face that I would be applying should I go outside. I'm gonna put my hair up. I'm gonna start off with an eye cream. This guy is Bubble Wrap by Glossier. So what has everybody been up to? What's your favorite quarantine activity? Mine has been watching Mad Men and excessive amounts of YouTube. I've already moisturized, but for my base I'm just taking some Drunk Elephant sunscreen. Not that I'm going outside, but I'm sitting in front of a window and I've decided that's good enough. This is Glossier's Future Dew, so I take like half a pump of that. And then for coverage, this is really loud. So I'm just mixing together this concoction that's just like the sunscreen, that Glossier serum, and the face oil, and slapping that on. And this gives you like the coverage, the sun protection, the primer, all at once. And it looks like a lot of product, but since the only thing that really shows is that tinted oil, it's actually not that much because the serum and the sunscreen absorb into the skin. I just use my hands because I feel like I lose a lot of this product if I try to put it on a brush. And I'm actually too lazy to use brushes too. I can't remember the last time I cleaned my brushes. I'm really glad that like a makeup trend lately has been like using your hands and everything, just being like super minimal and fresh and like low maintenance, because I'm pretty over the whole like full beat situation. I was kind of on that train in high school, but now pretty much over it. There we are, all nice and zoomed. My posture is bad. Oh, if anybody's wondering, I actually did get dressed. I'm not doing like office like work from home, but you only get like your top half dressed attire. I am wearing pants, which I'm pretty proud of. I'm trying to get myself in like more of a productive mindset and like actually want to do things. So getting dressed is a great first step. Base situation is done. I find that this actually looks a bit better the longer it sits on your skin, because then like it just meshes with your little face. I am gonna take some concealer because I'm breaking out a bit. I don't know if it's gonna pick up on camera, but not knowing the impending fate of the world is kind of stressful, so that's what I'm going to chalk that up to. So I've been doing a lot of at-home workouts, mainly just following along with like YouTube videos. We have a treadmill here, so that's nice, because otherwise I'd probably go a little nuts. Not that I was like huge about going to the gym before or anything like that. I don't like working out around other people, but it's just a good way to get out like all this energy and like stress and anxiety and all those good things. So by the time this quarantine is over, I'm gonna be jacked. Oh, I need to sharpen this, that's painful. If anybody's wondering, this is the Nude Sticks concealer, like the original one that comes in the little pencil, and I use the shade Light 2 because I'm super pale. I'm gonna curl my lashes. I've been journaling a lot, so that's been nice. It's just kind of like a way to talk to yourself, because I'm spending a lot of time alone with my thoughts. I do have my family around, so that's really nice that I don't like live alone and I'm not completely isolated. But you know, when we're all just kind of like doing our own thing. My mom is still working. She works in healthcare, so she is not always at home. My dad's been doing like the home office situation. I work at Aritzia, so the store has been closed for a little over a week now. They shut down all retail locations for health and safety. And I actually really miss my job, and I miss my coworkers. I've been having like virtual coffee dates with people so as to not feel entirely cooped up. Just realized how very ghostly I look, so I'm going to put on some cream blush before I keep going. This one is the, all the writing has rubbed off on it, but trust me, it's the ColourPop blush sticks. This one is in the shade Aloha. So I use my fingers. I swear my hands are clean. My hand washing regimen has been intense. So for those of you who don't know me personally, or follow me on Instagram, I have 5 animals. So I've got 2 dogs and 3 cats, and I've been really leaning into that work from home trend of referring to your pets as your colleagues. I just think that's very fun, and it's a way to add levity to this whole situation. So this morning, my newest coworker, he joined our office in August. He peed in the sink in front of me, so that was nice. Several of my coworkers beg for my lunch, which like isn't like super offensive, but it's a little annoying. We're on mascara now. This is the weirdest mascara ever, but it's my favorite thing on earth. It's by the brand Pacifica. So you can twist it and make it a short, like chubby brush, twist it the other way, and then makes it long, and then all of the bristles are more spaced out. So that's the side that I like to use it on, and it really helps with length. So have you guys had any like exciting plans that got canceled over this whole situation? Like there's so much stuff that I wanted to do and like hadn't really made like concrete plans surrounding that now I cannot until further notice. I was going to go to this vegan event at a restaurant last week, and this was when restaurants were allowed to do takeout, but they weren't allowed to have people stay. That's irritating. So it was like this vegan tapas event with like, I think like 13 courses for like $39 or something nuts like that, and everything was like small and bite-sized, so you got to try all these different things. So that would have been cool. I'm saving one of my favorite things till the end. This is just brow gel. This is all I do for my eyebrows. I don't fill them in anymore. So this is the ColourPop Brow Boss one, and this is the best kept secret. I love this thing so much. It's identical to Glossier Boy Brow. The formula is so similar. It does the exact same thing, but the main differences are that A, this one is vegan, and B, it's $6 as opposed to $18, so it's a third of the price. So whenever I get these, I order like 5 at a time. I actually start by brushing my eyebrows down. So I go through them very gently because this picks up a lot of product when it's a newer tube. I opened this one pretty recently. And then I comb back up in the opposite direction, and I think that coating both sides of the hair just gives you a much fuller brow. I think it's pretty cute. Especially at the front, I'm just going super lightly so that way the product isn't actually touching my skin and it's just getting the hairs. Because I find that if you are a little bit too like heavy-handed with this and then it gets on the skin like underneath the brow hairs, then things can start to look like a little bit blocky and smudgy. Every once in a while I'll get like a stray brow hair on it and then they can like fall into eyeball territory. I've had a coffee here this whole time that I've entirely forgotten about. I'm the kind of person that will need to like microwave my coffee like 6 times throughout the day because I keep forgetting about it. I'm gonna grab my future dude again, and I'm just taking like not even a half a pump, like a little boop, putting that on the back of my hand, and I'm using this instead of a highlighter. So I'm just gonna like pat it onto the high points of my face like this. It's been really nice to give my skin a break from makeup, but I've been feeling like very like dull and blah. And makeup is actually something that I really enjoy, even though I obviously don't do anything like complicated or like artistic. It's not really the most creative look. Makeup has just always kind of been like a nice go-to. It just makes me like feel better. Makes me feel like things are normal, like I'm getting ready to go somewhere, but I'm getting ready to do nothing. Forgot to grab a lip product, so I'm gonna go find something. I'll be right back. I've actually never worn this out. I've had it for a while. Like whenever Glossier Play launched, I got this immediately. It's one of the Vinylic lips. I believe the shade is Disco, which is very fitting because it's like a really 70s kind of like burnt orange shade. But I've never actually like worn it out. I'm still not gonna wear it out, but thought it might be fun to throw on for this little vid. If the lighting or angles seem different, it's because they are. My memory card got full and my camera died almost at the same time. So I'm gonna slap that on and hope that I'm not so crusty that it'll look very gross. I feel pretty good about that. I feel like that made me look very pale, and I kind of want to put more blush on. I do like that they're both in like orangey tones though, because I like doing that whole monochromatic situation. The good thing about doing like a really light base situation is that it doesn't look weird if you don't contour or use bronzer, because you can still see a lot of like your natural face through there, whereas if you were to use something that's more full coverage, then it can just kind of like make you look like this very spherical person. Hi, sweet boy. Hi, sweet boy. Well, that is going to be it from me today. I just woke one of my colleagues up from his nap, so we may snuggle. Well, thank you so much for watching, and thank you if you are still subscribed to me after me not making content for over a year. Hopefully I will make more things, given that I have nothing but time during this, these strange days. So I hope everybody is taking care of themselves. I know that this is weird and sad, and if you're anything like me, you really value routine and just kind of cling to that structure, so not having it can kind of make you feel like you have had like your tether cut and you're just kind of floating through space. But quarter life crisis aside, FaceTime your friends, call your grandma, cook something nice, do an Instagram live ab workout, read a book, write in a journal, tame a cat. Thank you again. I'm sending love. Goodbye.